Alright, here is the simplest way that I know to add fractions with unlike denominators. So let's say we want to add 5/8 plus 1/6. So this method is nice because you don't have to, you have to find a common denominator for these two, but that doesn't have to be a difficult thing to do. You don't even really need to know your times tables very well, as long as you can count by 8s and count by 6s. So what I'm going to do is count by 8s going down. So hopefully I know that the next one is 16, but if I didn't know that, I could always just go, well, I'm at 8, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's 16 is my next one. And then I can count 8 more from 16, so that's 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That's my next one. And I can count by 8s again. My next one is 32. And I basically just lay them out going down like that. Now I'm going to do the same thing with 6. So we're going to count by 6s. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then my next 6 is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And oh, now I notice that I've got a match on my list. So I want to just keep, if I don't get a match yet, I just keep my list going. I keep counting by 8s, keep counting by 6s. But as soon as I got a match, and remember you could match the first number. Sometimes you match the first number. But as soon as we find a match, we're going to circle that. And that's your common denominator. So now we're going to say that these fractions equal, and I'm just going to rewrite my fractions. So I even start by, let's just draw the fraction bars first. And then I'm going to take this common number, this 24 that I found. It's called the least common multiple, or the least common denominator. But you don't have to know that in order to solve the problem, but it's good to know the vocabulary, so that's called a least common denominator. And that number goes here, and it goes here. Now the next step is we always have to multiply the tops. So in order to know what to multiply by, you have to count the numbers going down. So we don't have, again, we still don't really have to know our times tables very well. All we have to know is how to count. So starting with this denominator here, we're going to count 1, 2, 3. So this one's third. It's number 3. So we're going to take that 3 and we're going to put that up here, times 3. Now we're also going to count these down. So starting with the 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that 4 is what we're going to multiply the top up here, times 4. All right, so all we had to do was count. Now at this point, it helps if I know my times tables a little bit. I can still count by 5s until I get 3 sets of 5 if I don't know them. But most people at least can count by 5s pretty well. We're going to do 5 times 3. We can just go 5, 10, 15. So 5 times 3 is 15. And most people know their 1s pretty well. 1 times 4 is going to be just 4. Now that I got the common denominator, I got the denominators to match. And basically, as soon as we get these two guys to match and we've got the correct top numbers to go with them, then we just add the tops and keep the bottoms the same. So we add the tops and keep the bottoms the same. And that's your answer. And you might want to look at it and see if you need to simplify it. You could get an improper fraction. You could get something that reduces, but those would be another question. So that is the simplest way that I know to add fractions with unlike denominators.